popera, a new genre of music, the explosive blend of pop and opera. In the forefront of this genre stands Krassimir, a Bulgarian-born male soprano. The popera genre combines Krassimir's searing, beautiful soprano voice with a spectacular theatrical concert experience. Popera is permeating the globe. For thousands of years, mankind has been fascinated with music and song, and no instrument has been more powerful, captivating, and emotive than the human voice. In Greek mythology, the king of Thrace and the goddess Calliope bore a son, Orpheus. His divine voice could charm savage beasts, mesmerize entire nations, and change the face of the earth itself. Centuries later, the desire for such angelic voices was so dominant that the Catholic Church resorted to the practice of castrating young, talented choir singers, mass-producing boy sopranos. The legendary Italian Farinelli became the most celebrated of these 18th century singers, with an unprecedented ability to control his extraordinary 3.5 octave range. The human voice, hypnotic, compelling, undeniably magical. But where is the voice of our age? We travel back to Thrace, birthplace of Orpheus, where in the late 20th century, a new voice is given life. Krassimir, the Bulgarian male soprano with a 4-octave range, a voice that defies nature, a phenomena for our time, a festival for eyes and ears around the world, embodied in one man. A powerful baritone with the ability to glide effortlessly into a true, high-powered male soprano, sending chills through spines, filling eyes with tears of joy. Krassimir brings popera to the public eye, an undeniably original experience, even grander than its predecessor. Witness the birth of a new genre of music, uniting the sounds and sights of the world into a brilliant, colorful, and touching experience. As a child, Krassimir was a natural performer, always improvising and creating hilarious, innovative characters. Recognizing this natural gift, his mother enrolled him in performance school for pantomime. By the age of 9, Krassimir was a smash hit throughout Bulgaria. When he was 14, he began to incorporate singing into the end of his pantomime performances. This was unusual, but his voice, angelic, beautiful, was something that could not be suppressed for long.
I had the experience being silent so long. I thought it's so easy to sing, but it was so hard to be a mime and to go through deep emotions.
After high school, Krassimir served in the army, a standard practice for men of his age in his country. In the service, he was ridiculed by his peers for his high-pitched singing. After 2 years in the service, Krassimir was invited to the National Academy for the Performing Arts in Sofia, Bulgaria. The star pupil of Professor Injev's pantomime class, Krassimir founded the Balagan Pantomime Theater, the first of its kind in his country. His talent and devotion to his fans led him to endless stages and arenas throughout the region. This quickly built a following that to this day is still growing. Krassimir is one of Bulgaria's most popular celebrities, a great singer with a top 10 album, a famous mime artist, an outspoken cultural advocate.
Somebody shout it in the night.
His first album, Silent Voices, 1998, was a Bulgarian top 10 hit. He performed extensively in some of the most prestigious venues in Europe, mesmerizing audiences with an impressive stage shows and his unique, one-of-a-kind voice. Krassimir's live performances are enchanting journeys into his musical world. Brilliantly choreographed ballet dancers, electrifying pyrotechnics, and beautiful backdrops set the stage. Premier studio musicians, a choir, and an orchestra perform the music. Combined with his angelic voice and commanding stage presence, his concerts are truly an unforgettable experience. As record sales soared and critics applauded, Krassimir was ready to move on to the next challenge.
That was one of my dreams, being in America, singing for the world.
In 1999, Krassimir moved to Los Angeles in search of something more. But the fame and renown he enjoyed as a pop star in his native country did not follow.
So I had to start from the beginning, from zero.
With the Bulgarian currency not translating well in America, all of a sudden, Krassimir found himself poor.
In the beginning, I didn't speak any English, and the only thing I could do is just miming.
From sitting in the backseat of a limo to sleeping in the backseat of a car.
I just will stay here and not care about who I was, but just who I want to be from now on.
Krassimir became a street performer at the Santa Monica Promenade in Los Angeles. Having reached bottom, Krassimir discovered he had the support of the Bulgarian community, and by the end of the year, had his first concert in the City of Angels. His following had crossed hemispheres. With new fans in America and a steadily growing audience, Krassimir began his rise in the Western world. Hearing Krassimir sing, one quickly realizes that such a voice comes along once in a very great while. Since his arrival in Los Angeles, Krassimir has been studying with the internationally renowned voice coach, Kay Montgomery.
Get this bone vibrating. Now, in my 35 years of teaching, I haven't come across a voice like this. Extraordinary range, and the quality of the high notes were so full and so different.
I heard the music within the 5 minutes after I met Krassimir, and I was absolutely amazed how different his music was, how different his voice was, how passionate he was, and the effect that he had on people.
She said, I want to be your manager. I just knew that's the one.
The music world isn't the only place where Krassimir's voice is appreciated. Krassimir has been invited to sing on several motion picture soundtracks, including The Headhunter, which was released in 2007, Lords of the Underworld, 2006, and Intoxicating, 2003.
Will and I had been scoring my film Intoxicating. We were pretty much done with the score. Mr. Kim, the executive producer of the film, is the person that introduced us to Krassimir, and he said, you really should put this guy on your soundtrack. And Will and I thought we didn't really need anybody else, and then we heard his voice.
When I first heard Krassimir, I was blown away, and I had to work with him.
We decided that there's this reoccurring motif that we could do in the film and utilize Krassimir's voice there.
You ain't gonna get in trouble with this, are you, Shane?
It turned out unbelievably beautiful.
When I first saw his concerts in Bulgaria online, I was like, wow, this is cool. This is exactly what I'd like to be a part of.
Popular was recorded and produced by William Tavernier.
I had the itch. I had to go with it, so I called him and I was like, let's do something.
Krassimir and Tavernier recorded the album primarily at Jam Studios in West Hollywood. They spent countless hours experimenting with various arrangements and compositional elements.
Opera is kind of more updated music with more unique sound of combination of pop and opera, kind of little worldy sound. We were creating the music right in that moment in the studio.
Everything is created in the moment for the most part.
It was just amazing to work with somebody that has such an incredible voice and a presence, and someone that I really believe is going to be a very successful star in the United States.
It was very unique. I do a lot of session work, but coming into this kind of sound was a challenge and also a lot of fun.
The result? An incomparable record fusing European pop and contemporary symphonic sound with soaring melodies, poetic lyrics, and Krassimir's unique original voice.
Popra is a different album. It's got something different to offer. It's original.
Following the production of Popra, Krassimir and Tabanu embarked on a publicity tour in Bulgaria.
You can pull the sleeping dream. Let it be the way. This is just sweet dreams. You can make reality.
Coming home after 6 years of absence, the superstar was greeted warmly. Popra flew off the shelves and climbed the charts. Krassimir performed on several television shows, almost a full month of radio and television appearances, and autograph signings. After the publicity tour in Bulgaria, Krassimir and Tabanu promoted the album in the States, primarily focusing on the greater Los Angeles area. On November 9th, 2005, Krassimir received the award for Superstar of the Year at the LA Music Awards. Again, the star signed autographs and promoted the album in all arenas. Popra was embraced by the Korean community in Los Angeles, primarily due to the influence of executive producer Justin Kim.
남자 소프라노예요. 굉장히 파워풀하고.
In November 2006, William Tabanu won Producer of the Year.
It was so deserved for William to win that award, and for the album that he worked so hard for.
Was very honored by that.
Krassimir quickly navigated his way onto the Los Angeles music scene. From the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, Krassimir sailed forward into a new league of performers.
I always wanted to play the Kodak Theater. That was one of my big goals.
Doing the Kodak show was like going to a battle with a small army.
With extremely complicated lighting, choreography, and an extensive pre-production schedule, Krassimir and his team forged ahead.
When Irena came to me, I was overwhelmed when she said, "Hey, we're playing the Kodak Theater," because we were going from, playing in front of 800 people to 3,500 people.
Krassimir and Tabanu would only work with the best, like renowned concert violinist Karen Briggs of Yanni fame.
She can just improvise, and it sounds perfect.
Krassimir and Tabanu handpicked their musicians, starting with Mark David, the drummer from Popra.
I've been playing with him for years. He's a great drummer, and I knew he could pull it off.
It was a really amazing experience. We started rehearsing early on, just me and Will. Krassimir came and started rehearsing with us. It was just the 3 of us practicing to the click track.
From there, the core band was built. Tanner on bass.
She's just a great bass player. She and Mark totally clicked when they first played. That was super important to me.
Peter Adams on piano. Javier Otero on rhythm guitar.
He played Spanish guitar on the albums.
Jeremy Weinglass on keys, with Tabanu leading the band as music director and producer.
The big job ahead was to actually translate this very polished record into a live performance.
Conductor and composer Joseph Blaustein was brought aboard to translate